Well, for more on the French elections, we're joined by Ariane Bougain. She's a senior lecturer in politics at Northumbria University in Newcastle. Ariane Bougain, thanks very much for joining us on at TRT World. Now, first of all, what do you make of these projected exit polls?
Well, it's a fantastic night for Macron, probably beyond his wildest dreams. It's absolute majority. It's a landslide. I'm just looking at the projection. Is predicted between 390 and 430 seats out of 577. That means, you know, he's done it. He's defied all the skeptics. He's going to have a huge majority, and he won't have to depend on any other parties. It's a fantastic night for him, really.
It certainly is. I mean, Republic En Marche was just formed a year ago. Many of his candidates don't have political experience. What does that tell us, do you think, about French politics and the call coming from voters?
Well, there is something that is changing in French politics, and I think the masterstroke for me, what he's done, what was genius on his part, is to appoint as Prime Minister someone from the Republican Party. I mean, that was a stroke of genius, because he realized that the main threat to him having a majority came from the right. And by appointing a Prime Minister from the right, he basically appealed to right-wing voters and basically said, well, vote for my candidates because look who's the Prime Minister, is one of yours. So that was a masterstroke.
Ariane, what do you think we'll see in terms of policy changes now from Macron, both domestically and internationally?
Well, I think what is done very, very well so far, certainly on the international stage, is done very, very well. He stood up to Trump at the G7. He stood up to Putin when Putin came on an official visit, and he stood up to Trump again over the climate and his, you know, catchphrase of make the planet green again. So he started very, very well, and I think his priority now is going to be Europe, the EU, reforming the Eurozone. Internally, again, he's been very clever. The only law that had been announced recently is a very popular one about moralizing political life, but this big hurdle now is going to be the labor law. We know that it wasn't popular a year ago with loads of demonstration, so that's going to be his next hurdle. He has the majority to pass it through Parliament, but will it be accepted, or are we going to see mass demonstrations very soon? So that's the next hurdle for him.
And finally then, a word about the other parties, namely the Front National and the Socialists. The Socialists being seemingly decimated and the Front National not doing as well as they would have wanted.
No, it's a disaster for the National Front. I'm just going to give you a figure. They are predicted 14%. Last time round, they had 13.6%. So they hadn't met, you know, so the difference is very, very small. But more importantly, after the presidential election, they said that they could have between 80 and 100 MPs. Prediction is 3 to 10, which is very low, and it means that they're not even going to be able to have a parliamentary group because you need 15 MPs. It's a disaster, absolutely no doubt about this.
Okay, Ariane Bougain from Northumbria University, thanks very much for joining us.